I'm so glad this thing survived. You know, there's not many things that have survived. I've had a little bit of a route through. I'll show you that, but the fact that this thing did survive gives me hope for the future. And although I feel a lot brutalised by the whole experience and feeling very haggard at the stress that me and my son went through with the whole thing, it was pretty brutal, to be honest with you. But this thing survived, and I'm picking myself up off the floor, and this thing will fly, and it will look pretty damn good doing so. In a bizzle. Good morning, Sunday, and I just want to show you quickly a few things that didn't get destroyed, so try and start the day on a positive footing. The batteries didn't get destroyed, and my meter should be here somewhere. Yeah, my meter's down there, that's good. My dump load's there, which is good. That didn't get destroyed. Those didn't get destroyed. This beast I've still got to play around with, and this thing survived. So no goodies in the way of tools really survived, but they did. These would have melted. They'd be a big lump of garbage on the floor if they'd have been in there. My solar panel, I managed to save that by dragging it out of the shed, which has started to catch fire. We've obviously noticed a few things kicking around. Let's have a bizzle. Look, this is one of the blades. Look, you see from the end, that's gone. That's doo-doo. That is the tank from my air compressor. Sorry, my tripod's got burnt, so I haven't got my tripod at the moment. I believe that is the motor that's just slid off. You can see it was held on there. That's all turned to doo-doo and melted. So that, I believe, is the motor off the compressor. That is my beloved MIG welder. It was. Past tense. That monster spool of wire that I've hardly used any of. That was my stick welder, which wasn't great, and I didn't use a lot, but you know, I probably would have used it eventually. You can see there's a lot of motor parts around. That's off a washing machine motor. That was something I'd had that I was planning on trying to take the wire out of. And then there's a few of these, one of which will be my beloved Bosch drill. I had a drill and a grinder set, which is really nice. These clamps may still be usable in some way, so I've got to go through and try and salvage those. That must have been an old stereo. That would have been off my drill, I think. It's got something attached to it, or my grinder. Old car stereo. That was a sort of bench grinder type thing I bought for sharpening stuff. You can see the bench grinder disc there. Look at that beast. All the magnets have melted off. Crazy. Yep, all the magnets have just gone. Maybe some of this garbage in here is the magnets. That is my old Curry motor that you might see me have a play about with. That won't be working. That won't turn. I saw another motor here, some of theirs. My old 24 volt motor that I used to use just for messing about. Oh, there's a ratchet spanner, look. There's a ratchet spanner. I'll put that on the keepy pile. A couple of other things there, a couple of other motors. Interesting to see the colour of the copper. I don't know if you can see that, it's actually quite a beautiful colour. Excuse me. Is that the top of a hard drive? Yeah, another hard drive. That would give the data recovery experts some work to do, wouldn't it? I don't know what this is. Oh, that's a old bit I tore out of a microwave, as is that thing there. Set of calipers. Seen better days. I'll keep them and try getting them working so that they can compare things rather than actually measure everything. One thing I'm really looking for, I found one of them. See that? That's what I'm looking for, the other one of them. One thing that may have survived is my truly legendary Made in England vice. So that definitely isn't going to the scrap man. I found that, which wasn't that much use in the first place, but I may well keep it. This was a Saracen Havoc mountain bike. Believe it or not, there is some more of it left. There, look. That wasn't even in the shed, that was on the corner of the shed. This bit here was touching the corner of the shed, so that's how hot that gets. Just down a quick scope. It's going to be a really dirty, disgusting day, but I need to do it to get it sorted, really. And certainly this all needs clearing up. I can't leave this like this, that'd be ridiculous. That was a speed controller for the electric bike hub, which is in the wind turbine. Another clamp, empty gas bottle, big clamp, old set of scales, some threaded bar, some angle that I'm definitely going to recycle and use. And let's just have a quick further gander at the stuff which got destroyed. I was amazed by the state of this thing, which is obviously, well, not obviously, a Bosch chop saw. And this bit has melted off, was separated, but you can see that's the aluminium, I guess, casing that held the swivel. There's the motor encased in aluminium again. I think that's an old server that I had. The old drill press, which I really liked, and I'm hoping to buy another one of the same make but better. That's the shenanigans that came with the washing machine motor. And yeah, so that's it for now. But I'll give you an update on what I find and what can be salvaged. But it's good to say that a few things did get saved. You know, nearly all of my tools are destroyed, which is obviously brutal. It was very harrowing when my older son shouted at me and woke me up, and I looked out the window and just saw this absolutely giant fireball. So I've got massive sympathies for anyone who's gone through any kind of fire, especially involving your house. Watching that go must just be very, very painful indeed. So yeah, I'll give you an update tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday at the latest, on what I've found and how it's going, and hoping to start getting new tools as well. So have a great day. Not tool related in any way, but I did sometimes put my bike, which I'm quite fond of, in the shed, but luckily my older son had been using it, so it was out and about, so that got saved, because that would have been gone, because that is all aluminium, and it's lovely and light. And I'm pleased to say I had 2 compressors, one of which I kept under my kitchen table for pumping my car tyre up, so that's good, that survived as well. And this thing, which is off an air compressor that I bought, which is a 2 horsepower AC motor, that survived as well, which is good, because if I can get a grinding wheel on that, then that is the mother of all bench grinders. That is an absolute beast. In a bizzle.